Welcome to the Week 10 edition of 956 Sports Prediction Show. Got Jake right next to me over there, looking all dapper. And then Rob right next to me. Rob, I like the color blue. Of course, sporting Vela blue as always. Jake, you got anything you want to talk about? You went to Rio Grande City by accident this last week.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to the Mission Vets Rio game, and I didn't go to the game except for next year because they were playing Mission, so I had to drive all the way back to Mission. But for all intents and purposes, a good week.
Who tells you 956 does not go above and beyond? Go to the wrong field, you still go cover the game no matter what.
Yep.
So we're going to cover some games today. We're going to talk about 32-6A first. We're going to bring up Brownsville Rivera versus Los Fresnos.
Yeah, going to be an interesting game. Which one?
Brownsville Rivera versus Los Fresnos. That's going to be the first.
That's a game?
That's a game, yeah.
All right.
For Los Fresnos.
Yeah, it's a tough game. It's a tough game for microphone closer, please. All right, hold on. It's what happens when we have a live show and nobody running the mic. Do me a favor. Tell me if it gets better. If it doesn't, okay. All right. Do me a favor. Talk for me real quick.
So
Is that better?
Is that better? I hope it's better.
hopefully that's better.
All right.
Okay, so Brownsville Rivera at Los Fresnos, Jake.
Difficult game. I mean, talking about Los Fresnos is trying to make it into the playoffs. Some scenarios have them in, some don't. But it's going to be a difficult game for them, for Rivera that is. Better, thank you. But it's going to be hard, nevertheless, for Rivera. They've had a tough season. They're winless. Or not winless, but are they winless? I can't remember. But it doesn't really matter. They're winless in district. So you have to go with Los Fresnos.
Yeah, I'm going Los Fresnos also.
Yeah, Los Fresnos. I feel bad for Rivera. They got Wesco High, then they had East, and now they got Los Fresnos. Man, it's a tough 3 weeks for them. But every game in that district is going to be tough for them. So San Benito versus Wesco High. Jake, what do you think? It's going to be a good match.
Yeah, we'll see. Westville ends the season on really tough games. It's going to be hard for them. San Benito, one of the best teams in the valley in a long time. They've got one of the most high potent offenses with a great defense. I give the edge right now to San Benito, but it all depends on which defense shows up for Westville. If they bring that offense that they've had, or the defense that they've had, and finally find some offense other than playing Rivera, that's going to be the task for them. They've got to shock the world.
Yeah, Rob?
I'm going to go opposite of Jake here, since we were on the same page most of last week. I'm going to go with Wesco at home. That stadium packed with a lot of Wesco and their tower. I saw that video on their tower that lights up now. That's pretty nice.
I believe they call it the Tinaco.
So like the bowl, the Tinaco bowl, it's the Tinaco tower?
Yeah, Tinaco's a tower, I guess.
And
right?
the bowl. And the bowl.
Is it?
Yeah, they have the Tinaco bowl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I get it.
That conversation went nowhere fast.
Yeah.
So Los Fresnos and San Benito, Wesco High and San Benito, Bobby Lackey Stadium. I think the Panthers may see something, get a spark there. I think after Rivera, they really kind of poured it on, but I think they're going to meet a team that's just determined. And San Benito is going to go in there and just beat the Panthers. I'm sorry to say that. But.
Real quick, a side note, Kevin's not here this week. He went to Wesco East and to Rio Hondo, so he's somewhere in between. He did text right before we started, but we kind of knew he was going to be away. So today.
He's working hard, getting his packages ready.
Yeah.
So Wesco East versus Harlingen South.
Yeah. Westville East has to make it in. Now, one thing I'm writing up is I'm not supposed to sit like this.
Okay. Said your chiropractor?
So, right now, my stats say that, or what I saw from Texas football is that Westville East is on a collision course with Vela, but that's only, they got to get this win, all right? They can't sit back and see if, somebody sneaks up and gets them. So they got to finish off the season well. They need this game. If they don't get this game, you're making it harder on yourself in the long run. So who do I pick in this game? I pick Wesco East because Harlingen South has kind of been on a little slide, So I go with Wesco East.
In Harlingen. That's,
Yeah, but that's Harlingen Field, not Southfield. So,
wow, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with, Harlingen South. Although I'm really looking forward if Dave Campbell,
yeah, Dave Campbell.
if he's correct and his staff is correct, that game, in the playoffs versus Vela is gonna be a shootout. I do wanna see it happen, and I don't know if it's gonna happen or if this has to pan out. Whatever the case may be, I really think that Wesco East, has the edge in this also, so I'm going with Wesco East.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with West Coast on this. I think Jake's right in the fact that saying that Harlingen South is kind of a downward spiral. I don't think they're gonna recover. West Coast is gonna pick it up. I think they're picking up at the right time, which is if they're on a collision course with Vela, bad news for the SaberCats.
By the way, Joey Leal says, why are you picking against Wesco? So, yeah.
Sorry, coach. I'm wearing purple today just because I got to pick against the other purple team.
Yeah.
So I'm picking purple and gold, and you see that right there, Coach Leon.
Yeah. So, I think East has to win this game, but you don't never know South.
Yeah.
Right.
So the lone Saturday game for 32-6A is going to be Harlingen High versus Brownsville Hannah. Interesting, Jake, you think?
Well, Hannah needs a win just to stay in the conversation, but it's difficult. I mean, what do you say on a Saturday game too, towards the end of the season, when you could or could not be out? You're gonna be able to see on Friday if you're out, really, because Hannah, I believe, is 2-4 in district, I think, or something like that. So they've had a great season, had some good for a program that the coaches came in July. They did a hell of a job, but it's a difficult game for them. I wouldn't say toss up, but Harlingen is Harlingen. Yeah. I think if Harlingen just plays their regular football game, they win the game easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Harlingen. Coach Matty Gomez, always has his stuff together. Do you guys watching Harlingen? If so, comment. Let us know what you think. But I'm going Harlingen on this one. Again, Coach Gomez and his staff are, great, and they'll be ready.
I would really love to pick Hannah in this game and really shock that district and throw it for a loop. But I really do not think that Harlingen is going to lose that game, even though it's a Saturday game. I just think that they're too powerful, and they're going to go in there and beat Brownsville Hannah. So Harlingen's my pick. All right, sticking with the 32 district, we're going to do 32 5A now. Thursday game, it's going to be Donna North versus Brownsville Veterans.
Yes. No, Brownsville Vets is tough, and if you look at Dave Campbell's predictions on them, and I'll have that stuff up later on tonight too. The predictions it's kind of cool. Brownsville Vets is on a collision course with Mission Vets. All right, and it only happens if they win this game tonight. So they got to beat Donna North. They're going to be the big school in their district. So I'm going to give the edge on this one to Brownsville Vets because they're playing for something, and nothing against Donna North. Had a good season. They lost to Donna last week. So, and Donna, by the way, still has a chance to make it in. So we'll get to that.
Yeah, I'll make it quick and simple. Brownsville Vets on this one.
Yeah, I'm with Brownsville Vets. I think a big game against your inner city rival, and then on a short week, I definitely Brownsville Vets. So
Sorry, I had diarrhea of the mouth today. Sorry.
going on Friday.
You're good.
That's because you dressed up today. That's
I
why.
did. Yes.
So Bronzeville Lopez and Ed Cauchelsa, everybody wants to see this game.
Yes. What do you say about this game? Kevin's actually going to be at this game. One of the better games of this of the end of the season. Lopez is playing awesome right now. Ed Couch is on a slide. They're losing 2 to Brownsville Vets and Mercedes. I'm not going to pick against him because it's at home, but Lopez is good enough to beat him. I'm picking Ed Couch, but
Oh, okay,
I'd say
yeah.
Lopez is good enough to beat him, but I give the edge to Ed Couch.
Ed Couch, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Ed Cauchelsa. This is the game that they're going to come out of their so-called slump. Ed Cauchelsa at home.
Yeah, I've got to pick Ed Cauchelsa at home. That stadium is unbelievable for any team going in there. Bronzeville Lopez is going to put up a fight, but overall it's going to be Ed Catchhouse on that one. So
You gotta remember, they've lost at home the last time,
Yeah.
so, against Vets, so.
yeah, but I still think it's going to be good enough. I think they're gonna pull it out and Ed Catchhouse for me. So Brownsville Porter versus Mercedes.
Mercedes, nothing really to say on that.
Yeah, I'm with Mercedes also.
Yeah, I think Brownsville Porter. This may be homecoming for Mercedes because everybody books
Yeah.
Porter for Mercedes, or for homecoming. So I think Mercedes is going to win this one. If it is homecoming, let us know if it is homecoming for Mercedes. Donna High versus Brownsville Pace.
Okay, Donna High has a chance of making the playoffs. A couple weeks ago, I think anybody would have laughed at you if you would have told them that. But Donna has struggled early in the season, and they've come away with the wins that they had to have. They have to have this win to make it in. If they don't get this win, that's pretty much it. So I'm giving it to Donna, but Pace has played well this year. You don't know what they're going to bring to the table, but I'm going to go with Donna. But this could be a shocker.
Yeah, I'm going with Donna to beat Brownsville.
Pace,
Yeah,
Pace.
yeah, they're in Brownsville.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or did they move?
No, they're in Brownsville still. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Pace just because you guys are going with Donna. I'm going to pick Pace on this one. I think they're going to ruin the chances for Donna to get into the playoffs. So now we're going to head on to 31-6A. Thursday game, Edinburgh High versus PSG Southwest.
All right. Nothing makes me happier to say this than welcome to the playoffs, Bobcats. Having worked there for 12 years, coaching there, I'm really happy for those guys. And they've done it. I'm just going to say this. I know we don't have a lot of time, but I give it up to them because they took like clay that was like kind of falling apart and created a football player somehow, and they've done a great job over there. They're winning, and you look. They've had to turn that program around. They've done a good job, and I give it up to the guys they brought in. They brought in Oscar Campos from Ghana. They brought in MJ Garza and Sugar Bear Garza from PSA Memorial. They brought those guys in with Coach Leja. They've turned that program around. I give it up to them. So, but I give the win should go to Edinburgh, but Southwest is a shocker. That's all that's what they're playing for right now. Shock somebody. Bobcats have to come strong because Southwest no pushover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to Edinburgh High on this one. I believe that the team is starting to really believe in Coach Leja and his coaching staff. Coach Leja knows what he's doing. The kids are finally starting to believe in it, and it's showing. So I'm going to Edinburgh in this.
Yeah, at PSJ, even though they're going to play over there, Edinburgh High is just on fire. The coaching staff's really got them to believe in their product and what they're selling, and it's doing wonders for them. So I can't go against the Bobcats in this one, Edinburgh High, for my choice. Now PSJ High versus Vela at Cat Stadium.
Okay,
On
sorry.
Thursday night.
I don't think anybody's gonna beat Bella the rest of the way, and we'll find out how he kind of meets plays next week. But it's hard. It's hard to beat them. Yeah, go with Bella.
Well, first I want to say, not that yet.
Okay.
Greg Selber, you were the reason for that 2-hour delay on last Thursday. Because you had jinxed it the week before about not having a rain out or a rainy game this football Friday or Thursday. So thank you. I got home close to midnight that day. I still made it to work on time. However, I'm going with Vela on this one. It's homecoming already happened, right? It's just a Thursday game.
Yeah, it's just a Thursday.
Going with Vela on this one.
Yeah, Vela went Thursdays ever since homecoming, and that they're going to end the season on Thursday night as well. But going back to that game last week, Vela versus PSG North, I told you guys that the special teams was going to be the difference, and it sure was. Vela's, good defensively, good offensively, and special teams has really been showing up good for them. They had a block punt, they had an onside kick. That just goes to show you that the coaching staff is showing, hey, we need all three phases of the game, and Bella's going to come in or stay there at home and hold courts and beat up on PSG. Sorry, Bear fans. So Friday night in Coimines against PSG North.
Just real quick, I just wanted to throw out there, Vela is obviously a great coaching staff with great kids. But my brother, who's the only coach, to follow our father's footsteps, just led his 7th and 8th grade, both A and B teams, to an undefeated district
Yeah, I saw that on
championship.
Facebook,
Yeah, so they've got a lot of guys going up there eventually. So Mike, on behalf of myself and the guys here, congratulations on a job well done. That's, I guess.
Yeah,
the perks
they
of-
mentioned that on Facebook. That was really cool. So, Jags, Raiders.
Yes. Talk about a tough one to pick. Jags have to do something to kind of stay in the mix here. They're the odd man looking out. They have to have Edinburgh North. Edinburgh North has to basically lose 2 games for them to get in. We don't know if that's going to happen or not, and they've got to win. So if they don't win this game, they're going fishing. So I think PSG North's going to win this game because I mean they played Bella hard in the first half. You know, they don't have the depth. But we'll find out because Economy hasn't had the depth. Maybe they have those kids back. We'll see. But I give the edge to PSG North.
Yeah, I'm going with PSG North on this one. Redemption game, try and make a name for themselves again after that game last Thursday. So, taking PSG North.
Well, I was there for that game. I left the Vela game and made the Economidas game at the very end. And I really thought I was going to be leaving by halftime because, you know, they were going to really beat up on Southwest. But what surprised me the most was the Jags defense. It just wasn't there. Southwest was running all over them. And if they do that against PSG North, it's going to be a very long night for that orange and blue team. So I'm going to pick the PSG North Raiders in that one. PSG Memorial versus Edinburgh North. Interesting game.
Yeah, talk about a game. Edinburgh North can't lose, and PSG North played hard against Edinburgh. I mean, you remember that Edinburgh beat PSG North. So, you know, if PSJA plays with that passion that they had the final half of that game and overtime where they lost, but if they play that, if they can keep that kind of momentum going, I think they win the game. I'm going to pick PSJA to win this game because I think that while Edinburgh North is still on its way towards the playoffs, you know, they haven't played up to par, so I'm going to go PSJA for the upset.
In the absence, well, hold on. So, Edinburgh North, PSJ. Again, my other brother, who is a principal at PSJ, versus.
Wait, are they playing
not-
PSG Memorial or PSJA?
PSG Memorial.
Oh, Memorial. I'm sorry.
Edinburgh North.
Okay. Yes, Edinburgh North.
Bad.
Edinburgh North. This one.
Sorry, it's the crack.
That's
what are you guys talking about?
Yeah, I thought it was PSJA, and I thought, PSG
You have
Memorial.
a schedule right there.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So,
Words.
So Edinburgh North, words.
Yeah.
Edinburgh North. All right. So we'll
tie.
we'll move on to 31-5A and excuse all the junk before that. Mission Vets versus Sherryland
Ooh.
at Sherryland.
I'll be there at this one. I've been to Sherryland's game the last 2 weeks. Mission Vets the week before. I'm going to go with Mission Vets because I saw Sherryland play and their quarterback had a hard time throwing the little bubble screens. And you're having a hard time with the bubble screens. It's going to be hard to move the ball, even though Mission Vets' defense gives up a lot. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I picked Mission Vets in this game.
Yeah, I'm going Mission Vets. Sherryland this year is kind of doesn't seem like they're the Sherryland of the past, so I'm going Mission Vets.
Yeah, I've got Vets as well. I don't think what I saw from Sherryland against Pioneer, I just was not impressed with their tackling, and they're going to miss tackles. It's going to be a long night against Vets. So Pioneer versus Laredo Martin.
Oh, okay.
Jake, you like those Laredo teams?
Yeah, I love the Laredo teams. By the way, very nice meeting those guys this weekend.
They were shaking your hand and everything on your way out.
They were. No, they're really, really nice. Great program, by the way. Nixon. But Martin has a great quarterback. You haven't seen him. He's about maybe 6'1", 6'2". Got great hair, great mustache. But you're going against Pioneer. Pioneer's defense is really good. Played really well in the second half of games this season. I'm going to go with Pioneer.
So in playoffs, when the Valley team plays somebody up north, usually you root for the Valley team.
Yeah, you can't.
Regardless. But Laredo's not in the Valley. I know nothing about the Laredo schools, so I'm going to stick with our Valley school.
Okay, so Martin, Pioneer,
Yes.
right? You picked Martin?
No, I picked a
Pioneer?
Pioneer.
Okay, there's one guy-
Pioneer.
one
Pioneer, yeah, Pioneer.
It sounded like you picked Martin.
Pioneer.
Next year, can we put it in the budget to have a screen back here
I know.
with our face?
You can put your
I
your
got
picks up there.
people like behind us, and I didn't even switch the screen. My bad.
So we're gonna. So 2 Pioneers. I'm gonna pick Martin on this one.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna pick
They
Martin.
did beat Rio earlier in the season.
Yeah, I think Martin will even though Pioneer is has a great defense. I think Martin's going to be offensively a little more for them than what they expect. So Seguroya versus Roma.
Ooh. Again, let me throw that out there. If the blimp's still flying in Roma, I'm going with Roma. I think they moved it a little bit further towards Rio La Jolla, right? But sticking with my Valley team, going with Roma.
Jay.
I go Roma. So you have to.
Yeah, same thing. Roma on that one. I think Roma's going to pull out the win on that one. Nixon versus Valley View.
Ooh. Okay.
In Valley View.
I was going to just
at
ask,
Tiger
where's this
Stadium.
game?
Sorry, it's Nixon. I got to see him last weekend. They got a really good team, really good offense. Defense picked it up in the second half. It's a great team. I got to see him up close and personal. And their kids love me. So I'm gonna go with them. You know, it's good to be cocky. You wouldn't think that by listening to me that I'm cocky, but they're a good team. They're really cocky, and I like their team. They're a solid team.
I think they were saying Jake's number 1.
Yeah, with their middle finger. No, they didn't do that.
This is in Valley View?
Yeah, it's at Valley View.
Like I said a couple weeks ago, walking onto that blue field is just
It's different.
yes, it's different. So for the third pick in a row, I'm going with the Valley team.
You
Yeah,
gotta
I'm sorry,
start-
Laredo. I'm sorry.
The next hated person in Laredo.
Yeah.
You're getting that number 1 finger. All right, so
I'm gonna pick Nixon on this one. They're just way too good for
Yeah.
Valley View. Sorry, I picked 2 Laredo teams, guys. I guess I'm running for an election position over there, but I'm picking the team that thinks gonna win. So Thursday,
that works in this town. So
36A. Juarez Lincoln versus McAllen Memorial. I'm gonna be at that game, calling that game for MITV.
okay, I'm just gonna say McAllen Memorial.
You have to.
Yeah, I'm just saying that. That's the only word I'm gonna say. McAllen Memorial.
Yeah.
2 words.
Going with McAllen Memorial also?
Yeah, Memorial as well. I don't think it's gonna be. It's gonna be a long night for Juarez Lincoln. So on Friday night, Palmview versus Mac High.
Ooh. Palmview needs to win. Mac High needs to win. Palmview lost to Mission last week. Congratulations to Missions on Mission on that win. I'm gonna go with Palmview. Palmview won
After
their.
I say Biden, you're not going to change it, right?
No.
And say I meant
No,
to say
but
Mac High.
Palmview beat Roe there.
Okay.
And so Mac High beat Roe. So, but I'm gonna go Palmview.
Yeah, I'm going Mac High. Mac High's real big. They've just had some struggles as of late. Mac High.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Palmview just for this reason. I think Mac High is gonna be a little bit beat up after that road game because that was one hard hitting.
Yeah, you did the game. With,
Yeah,
with
that was a
MIT.
very hard-hitting game. I think that Mac High may just be a little bit beat up after that one. And even though their hopes are raised because they make the playoffs, I think Palmview's going to come in and beat them, I think in a close game. So Palmview on that one.
Well, that would probably help my prediction if
Yeah.
you told me that before we went live. But that's all right. I'm still sticking with Mac High.
McAllen Rowe versus La Jolla.
Okay, there's a possibility that Roe doesn't get into the playoffs. All right, right now they've got to beat La Jolla and they have to beat McAllen Memorial. Okay, so just to keep pace, so they got to get a win one of these 2 weeks. This is the week they have to get the win. La Jolla's got a tough defense. Where's the game at? The game's on the
It's
road,
going to
right?
be in La Jolla.
All right, I'm gonna go with La Jolla because Roe has to get the win. Let's just light a fire under them. But La Jolla's defense is one of the best in the valley, I think, still. So I'm gonna go with La Jolla.
I'm going with Rowe because my neighbor coaches at Rowe, and when they win, they have great parties that I get to go to. So Rowe, you got this. Let's do it. I'll be available. What game? Friday?
Friday.
It's Friday? Yeah. Friday night. I'll be in the backyard waiting for you. All right. Hey Tony.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there as well, calling the game for MITV again, and I'm gonna pick Rowe. I think Rowe, what they showed me was just amazing. They're a strong team. they just came against a Mac High team that was just on fire, and got very lucky in a lot of situations. So, but Rowe going to La Jolla and beating La Jolla.
By the way, speaking of Rowe and McAllen, shout out to Tony Farina who's watching the show right now.
Behave, Tony.
Yeah.
All right, Raymondville versus PI in 16-4A Division 2.
Okay, you know what? I normally, I think this would be a close game, but I think PI is just going to be motivated. I go with PI.
Yeah, I'm going Port Isabel as well.
Yeah, PI is gonna be there. Shout out to my buddy Trey Roach up there. He's the principal for PI. Done a great job at that school. Been there forever, it seems like. Loves his job. The kids love him, and got a great group of kids up there. So Rio Hondo versus Orange Grove.
Okay, you have to remember Orange Grove lost to PI. It was a 38-21 deficit for them. They're playing against Rio Hondo, who beat PI pretty well. So I'm gonna go with Rio Hondo.
Yeah, going
Same.
Rio Hondo also.
Same thing here. So Rio Hondo, the consensus. West Oso versus Progreso.
West Oso is a basketball town, but Progreso is it's a tough. I'm gonna pick Progreso. There we go.
Going with Progreso as well?
Yeah.
You're gonna pick Progreso?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna pick the Red Ants just because I like to pick the Red Ants.
That's what we're picking. Progresso. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Making sure.
I'm just going
Okay.
the mascot's name.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I like to say Red Ants.
Okay.
All right, so messed me up on those. The 16-4A Division 1, we have our first game, Hidalgo versus Gruya.
You want me to go?
No, I'm gonna pick Gruya on this one. Hidalgo's had a long season. They're just trying to get it right there, trying to build something. Coach Duty's done a good job over there. I mean, they did get their one win against Santa Rosa this year. I'm gonna go with Gruya.
Going with Gruya as well.
Same thing, Gruya. Kingsville King versus Zapata.
I like the chicken fried steak and Zapata. I'm going with Zapata.
Okay, I go with Kingsville because they have a pig for a mascot. Oh wait, wrong school. My bad.
I got Zapata on that one. So, are we doing 16-3A?
We can, but we don't have to.
Okay. 16-3A Division 1, no. 16-2A?
No, we can do it. Sorry, 16-3A. Yeah, Santa Rosa is
16.
playing Falfuria. So
Okay, go ahead.
yeah, we can't forget about Santa Rosa. Gus Cavazos there. I actually think Santa Rosa pulls this upset. Falfuria is playing decent right now. Carlos Sainz, formerly of Valley View, is the DC there. But I'm gonna go Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa and myself.
Oh, I wanna pick against Santa Rosa bad. I really do, but I'm not going to. Santa Rosa.
Okay. The other one is Santa Gertrudis versus Lyford. Lyford is offense is very good. Santa Gertrudis is good, but Lyford.
Lyford.
Lyford, I gotta stick with my buddy's alma mater, so Lyford.
Okay. All right, I'll take this one. 16-2A Division 1. La Villa versus Santa Maria. What do you got?
Santa Maria.
I want to say La Villa, but I'm probably, I don't know too much about this. I'm just,
Even
if it was on the board at the Mirage, I would pick La Villa, okay?
Okay, so
So, yeah,
La Villa?
just throw it out there, yeah.
All right, I'm going to go Santa Maria in this one, but La Villa,
well, La Villa's having a real tough year.
yeah, tough year.
I mean, I
Yeah.
feel bad for that school because they have such a great, rich history, but you've got to pick Santa Maria in this one.
Yeah. So Raymondville and no wait, Raymondville Progresso. That's a seeding game for varsity volleyball. What am I looking at that for? All right. Saturday. No, that's volleyball too. Are we done?
We done.
All right. One thing I did want to point out, and here's one thing. Let's just do it here instead of doing another video. Is this the predictions? Dave Campbell has the predictions up. As of today, this is how it would go. La Jolla versus San Antonio Southwest in the first round. Tough game for them. Los Fresnos versus PSG North. Laredo United versus McAllen Memorial, which should be a win for them, for McAllen Memorial. Edinburgh North versus Harlingen. Valley team's going to win that game.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be red. Rowe versus Del Rio, which is a tough game, right? Del Rio's tough. The Rams are, I think, undefeated in district. Wesco East versus Vela, tough game, but I don't know if I give the edge to Vela entirely because Wesco East is pretty good. But,
Right.
But that's a tough game. That's probably one of the better games of the first
And
round.
last week you said that would be played in Edinburgh, is that right?
That's what they had on the schedule.
Well,
I'm not sure how they.
the way
Yeah, I'm not
it goes is if you win district in 6A, you have an automatic home.
Oh, that's right. It is. Yeah, I forgot.
Okay,
about
so
that.
then
Yeah, so Vela would get the home.
if, yeah,
Laredo United South versus Mac High. Laredo United South is tough as hell. Edinburgh versus San Benito. See, I like Laredo. Edinburgh versus San Benito. And here's the thing. This all shapes up differently, okay, depending on who is big school, little school. Because I talked to the Edinburgh coaches and they don't think they're playing San Benito. They are a small school. So if San Benito, let's say, I think Los Fresnos jumps into the mix. I think somehow San Benito slides down to a small school or Harlingen, one of the two. It's not set in stone because the small school in this is not Edinburgh. Oh, it's Edinburgh and Vela are actually the small schools.
Yes.
PSJ North is a big school, and so is who's the other one in this district? Edinburgh North is a big school. So nothing's set in stone right now. So they've got San Benito as a small school right now, but they could slide up or down depending on if Los Fresnos is in the mix or not. So if Los Fresnos loses, they're out. San Benito moves up to the big school.
What's amazing about that, with that prediction, the Panthers are completely out of that playoff.
Yeah.
Which is amazing to me. You had people at the beginning of the year thinking, okay, one of the two Wesco schools is going to make it, but you did not think that it was going to be Wesco High out of that mix.
Yeah.
And right now, if you have Wesco East lose this week, that could possibly be both teams are out, and that would be completely shocking. You have both East and High out of the playoffs. That what is the Tower going to do on Friday nights in the playoff?
Turn it off.
Yeah,
All
it's going to be off.
But and then here it is, Class 5 Division 1. Brownsville Lopez versus Laredo Nixon, which is a good game, but I give the edge to Nixon in that one. And then Mission Vets versus Brownsville Vets. So talking about games to go to, those are some good ones to go to. EE versus Pioneer, Cal Chelsea versus Pioneer in the Division 2s. Sherryland versus Mercedes. So some good games. Sherryland would actually go to Mercedes this year because they played at Sherryland last year. Class 4 Division 1, Rockport Fulton versus Gruya. Don't know much about Rockport Fulton, but we'll have more info as Greg gets that stuff ready. Lavernia versus La Feria. So, these are some matchups. Sinton versus Rio Hondo. Sinton's not as good as they have been in the past, but they're still pretty good. Wharton versus PI. So, and then George West versus Lyford, and then La Villa versus Refugio. I have no clue how La Villa got in, but their name is on there, that list. So
I obviously haven't looked at their record.
yeah, so I don't know if they've won. That's why I can't remember them winning. But we'll have something on this tonight on the projections from Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Matt Stepp, who I had the pleasure of going up to Laredo this week with to watch Laredo and Nixon play Sherryland. Great guy. Got some insight into Texas football. That was good. But we'll have to find out. What game are you going to this week?
Thursday I'm going to be at the Vela game, and then Friday I'm going to go to PSJ North. Who are they playing? PSJ North?
Economies.
In PSJ.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my buddy. That's one of my best friends, Ralph Gonzalez's daughter, Sarah's homecoming. She's nominated for homecoming queen, so I want to go get some pictures
Congrats.
there.
You?
I'm going to be at both McAllen games.
Oh, that's
Memorial
right, yeah.
on Thursday. Make sure you catch that game live on MITV if you're in the McAllen area. I don't know if it goes out to Mission. It doesn't definitely come into Edinburgh, but if you're watching in McAllen, we'll be doing the color commentating because of an unfortunate incident.
Thoughts and prayer to Mario Arena, whose son passed away. Thoughts and prayer to the family.
It's an unfortunate thing, but I get to go in there and fill in for him, and I graciously do that. But I think it's gonna be a pretty runaway game.
Yeah.
Memorial.
And then I'll be at PSJ Southwest in Edinburgh on Thursday, and then on Friday I'll be at Mission Vets in Sherryland. So should be interesting.
Yeah, one last thing I wanted to throw out there. I want to throw a shout out to Dorinda Rodriguez for telling 956 Sports. Thank you for keeping it classy. We keep it classy here at 956 Sports. We don't do anything to hurt anybody. And I just want to thank you, Dorinda, for saying those kind words for us.
Yeah, oh, by the way, we are not the other people, so when you see a game,
Yes.
we're not that guy, okay? No, we don't have a bad little mullet in the back, I don't even have hair, so,
And you can catch a football.
yeah, and I can catch a football, I don't have a police record, so, yeah, so when you see us at games, just remember that, please.
Yeah, we're not the prettiest group, but we're there. So thank you on behalf of 956 Sports. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, have a good evening.